he muttered. Wobbly, he stepped onto the tatami mats and checked his phone to make sure nothing had happened to Yasuko. But there was nothing there to speak of, not even a text from the bar. He took a breath. I guess it was nothing. Since he was already up, he headed barefoot to the restroom, and then on toward the cold wooden floor of the kitchen. But, in that instant, he felt a tingle run down his neck. Reflexively, he turned around and completely slipped on a discarded newspaper, falling down butt first. Bam! Butt meet floor. The impact ran from his waist to his head, all the air momentarily knocked out of him. He couldn't even get out a scream. With tremendous force, something careened down through the air, right where Ryuji's head had just been. After a powerful swing and miss, it struck the floor with a foreboding clamor, just beside Ryuji's body. An ominous human silhouette hovered in the pitch-black two-bedroom apartment. It took aim at Ryuji, once again swinging that rod-shaped object at him in a wide arc. He was under attack. He didn't understand why, though. He wanted it to be a dream. Someone, help! Still unable to make a sound, Ryuji desperately rolled away for dear life. He needed light, or the police, or the landlady. His mind went blank. He couldn't think. Scared stiff, he could do nothing but run away, nothing but crawl to the front entrance. But... Hi-ya! Now he was done for. His assailant pointed the murder weapon at the top of his head and then struck. Without even knowing what was happening, in the spur of the moment, he reached out with both hands and... I did it! Somehow, he stopped the blow precisely with his bare hands. Well, he probably hadn't been precise about it, but through sheer luck, he had the murder weapon firmly grasped between his palms. Ah! The perpetrator pushed that weapon forcefully downwards. Ryuji used all his strength to try and force it back. As they waged their silent test of strength, the figure wavered in the darkness. A small stature, an outline engulfed in long hair. Of course, he thought somewhere in the back of his mind. He had probably suspected who it was from the very beginning. Gritting his teeth, toughing through it, Ryuji came to a strange understanding. Of course. Who else would do something this messed up? But at the very moment he figured out who the perpetrator was, I can't do it anymore! Both of his shaking hands lost all sensation. The stiff muscles in the back of his neck also strained to their limits. Achoo! His opponent lost balance for an instant. At the moment of that strange-sounding sneeze, the weight on him suddenly, softly disappeared. His opponent succumbed to Ryuji's strength, and he pushed back, staggering wildly. Ah! Ah! His opponent quietly exclaimed, then tottered, tripped, and landed on the bed with a resounding thump. Ryuji stood up and slammed into the wall, rushing to turn on the light switch. Aisaka! You could at least use a tissue! He threw a tissue box at the palm-top tiger, Aisaka Taiga, who was nonchalantly wiping her nose on the bedspread. Her long, fluffy hair spilled down her back, and she wore a dress covered in layers of lace and other fluffy materials. Considering her tiny body, styles that added volume to her frame really suited her. Hand over the wooden sword. Ryuji found himself deeply regretting that he hadn't managed to steal away Aisaka Taiga's weapon. Since he'd turned on the light and given her the tissues, nothing about the perilous situation had been settled at all. Both Aisaka's eyes glinted with light. She circled the small room's edge, just like a tiger cornering its prey in a cage. Naturally, Ryuji kept his distance. Still in his underwear, he too ran in circles around the room,